We should have told you that Kylan will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
I don't think you should go in there. The serpent is no good for anybody. I'll be around if you need me.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a smart young woman. Smart enough to know that you will get much further as my friend than my foe. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future. Good. I enjoy discussions with sensible people. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Qui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire. I am suggesting that we align our goals for a time, an arrangement that could benefit us both. The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen. I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me. Did you? An interesting claim, and one I'm not sure I believe. You don't match the description we have of the killer, but then the descriptions are fairly tenuous. If you are the one who killed Gao, then I owe you a favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why? Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena? Public displays of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public. If you trust him, you are a fool. The Black Whirlwind is an impressive fighter, but he is better avoided than confronted. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely. A wise position to take in any negotiation. I can respect that. You see... What is that noise?
Hey, you can't...
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important. Look, you can't trust Kylon. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Joe. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail! He fought like a monster for a little guy. Better than I've been in a while. All this best behavior when you're in the city business was wearing on my nerves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kylon's thugs, you know. Not at all. Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kylon were there and Lucky Cho too, but he was just a runt back then. My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him. Raging Ox was one of Kylon's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kylon approached me first, and when I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. When Ox joined up with Kylon, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, and doing a little work for the guild on the side. He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother. Once he fell in with Kylon, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kylon's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kylon's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kylon was, convince him to leave. But Kylon was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him, and Ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood. Kylon just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year. You do what you have to in the arena. Just don't fool yourself about working with a serpent. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the Serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kylon's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go.
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division. Remember, Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need? This next fight should be fairly simple for you. I once more want to send you up against 4 opponents. The crowd loves those fights. These are tougher than the students you faced before, but should pose no problem. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
We found him just like this.
You did?
3 Reach, the old stableman, found them. He kept everyone else out.
We can trust him. What about Cho? Do we know who's responsible?
Last I saw of him, he was following Silver Phoenix.
She fights next, does she not? Replace the men slated for that match with our own, and ensure that their blades are coated with extract from the ebon orchid. Even the ancient magic of this place could not neutralize that poison.
It will be done. What about Lucky Cho? There are hundreds of people here to see the new fighter. We can't carry the body out of here.
Then we don't. We must always use the resources available to you.
Flashing blades and deadly grace.
I do not know who those men were. The fighters I picked for you to face were not guild men, and they certainly lacked poison-coated blades. The wards are useless against poison. That's a danger we have never been able to solve. Those men were Kylon's, not mine. I keep myself as far away from that end of things as I can. You have to believe that I look out for my fighters. Just before you came up here, I received word from one of the guild men from outside the arena. They send their apologies. I believe they feel Kylon's actions were not appropriated to the situation. You shouldn't have to fear assassins again, not after that message. You are not hearing this from me, but tensions have risen between the Serpent and the Guild itself. He's making a bid for control, and some factions are quite upset. You may feel caught in the middle, but the weather sages say the eye of the storm is the safest place. We've had a request from the Imperial Army. They want one of our best to help them test out a small group of war machines known as golems. I've decided to put you up against them. I want you to prove that our folks are superior to anything the Army could devise. Are you ready to show them what you've got? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Imperial Army honors us with a most unique trial.
I knew you could defeat those things. The Imperial Army's telling me they figured out some way to improve upon the design, thanks to you. I say stick to traditional soldiers. Sagacious Tien needed no machines to build the Empire. I rushed out notification of this match, and we've had the Outcriers shouting themselves hoarse. I hear many nobles will even be in attendance. It's rare that the Silver Division rests balanced against a single victory on the scales of combat, you know. That's nothing compared to the skills of Silver Phoenix, who has soared so high so quickly. Words like those spread like raging flames. Will you face Soldier now? The Silver Division Championship awaits you. Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Can Silver Phoenix take the Silver Division? Iron Soldier will not fall easily.
I'm restored.
Soldier is a worthy opponent. I hope you understand how many warriors have tried to extrapolate him from the Silver Division Championship. Be proud! From here, your battles will be even harder. A test, if you will, to see if you stand a chance against the Ravager. Impress the crowd, and you will have your chance against the Ravager himself. I can promise you that. What do you need? The Gold Division is the toughest series of fights in the Empire. Ultimately, you can think of it as a test to see if you're ready to face the Ravager. Your first match will be a rare challenge. There is a style that was banned from the tournament combat 5 centuries ago. You will face the Phoenix Unity style. That is something best discovered for yourself. Suffice it to say that if you stand against it, the battle will be memorable. I do not believe in outdated prohabitations. As you may see, this style is not fair for single combat, but it is a fair test of a Master Warrior's abilities. Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Phoenix Unity is among the rarest of styles. No one person has defeated it. Yet.
Legends say that the Phoenix Unity style was banned from tournaments because it was unbeatable. But I've never put much stock in legends. That was exactly how I wanted your Gold Division matches to start. You need the people on your side before you can face the Ravager. I was going to do something different, but I've had a request from the Sung Brothers. They said that there's been an affluence of the fates and a reemergence of the planets. I'm not quite sure what that means, but if they want to face you, then I have to honor their request. Besides, defeating them is important to your career. I require that any fighter who wishes to face the Ravager be able to defeat all three of the Sung Brothers. Then I know you won't be torn to shreds. Well, at least not before the gong stops ringing, at any rate. The brothers are ready if you are. Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Speed, might, and magic will be needed to defeat these brothers three.
Three opponents at once, all of them exceptionally skilled. I thought no one could impass them, but you have. Defeating their combined might has impressed the crowd immensely. Things are interesting right now. Be as careful walking the streets as you are in the ring. I don't think Kailan is pleased with your progress. I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? I want to give you a shot at the championship. I really do. I need to convince others, though. I'm going to hold an event so huge that it will rock the reaches of the Empire. The Imperial Engagement. The arena turns upon you. You will be one woman against a rushing tide of foes. You must stand against them all, and when you do, your right to challenge the Ravager will be indisputable.
Time to take you down a peg.
I think it's going to be a fun challenge. You might even survive if you pace yourself.
The concept is simple enough. If you can defeat your foe with exceptious alacrity, then you have a moment to collect yourself. If you tarry, then you will be swamped. You will be facing all the champions you have dealt with already, and more. You will be the first. As I said, I need you to have the crowd's heart. Kailan does not want you to face the Ravager. I do. Are you ready for me to finish the arrangements? If so, we'll get everyone set up. Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Imperial engagement begins! An ogre begins the onslaught!
Double saber! Legendary strike! Longsword! Longsword!
How long can one warrior last, battling a tide of foes? For this battle, Sung Bu enters alone. His speed is unmatched.
My side is blocked!
The towering strength of Sung Bu crashes upon the ring. The master of mysticism is the last to enter this epic confrontation.
You have just emerged the victor from a multitudinous concretion of raw fighting talent. Amazing! The crowd loves you, and you have proven yourself enough in my eyes. No other fighter stands a chance against the Ravager. But you must think of your safety. The Ravager strikes with such power that even the wards of this arena may not be enough to save you. Your match could end in death. It almost happened when Sung Bu faced him alone, and he was the last opponent to tackle the champion alone. The Ravager grows more fierce with each fight, as if time were making him stronger. If you face him, we may not be able to end the match in time. It is that time. The Ravager awaits. Do you remember what I told you about fighting him? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
This fight will not happen. This fighter is not worthy of facing a true Imperial champion. The Ravager will not waste time with one so new to the ring. One must face the test of time to even challenge the Imperial champion. Good people, I do this for you. Would you have an unproven whelp as your champion? As the Empire's champion? Silence! You have spoken, and I have heard. Your will be done. I give you the Ravager! If you have even the tiniest bit of sense, Whirlwind, you'll realize that you should thank me.
What have you done to my brother?
Your brother was a useful tool. After you cut him down while he defended me, I decided it would be too much bother to let him go. In the process, I saved you from charges of fratricide. And so the Ravager was born. The perfect, unquestioning enforcer of my will. And I owe it all to you, Whirlwind.
I should kill you here and now, but first...
Have done nothing. I still took your brother.
and I took him back and repaid the favor.
You will not be champion. This is my arena. I invoke the right of challenge. As an ex-champion, I will return and stake my claim upon this place. Tradition supports my right to this.
But the right of challenge hasn't been used in hundreds of years.
Very well. You need not accept the precedents and traditions that make this empire great, Queen. Instead, accept that my men will kill you if you dare contradict me again. So, stripling, what do you say? Are you prepared to suffer at my hands, or will you walk away and die the tenfold deaths of the coward?
No, you are not the current champion, Serpent. My brother was, and now my friend is. All you are, magician, is mine. Allow me to accept his challenge on your behalf, Master. I will not fail you, and I know my brother's spirit will be satisfied if I take this chance.
Never. I will not allow a substitution of this sort.
They do have the right, Serpent. You substituted the demon in place of one of your guild men. You set the precedent yourself.
Damn you all. Fine. I will fight the shaved bear. It will be a pleasure. Speak with Kui when you're ready. Until then, I will prepare.
This has all gone horribly wrong. I have had a dead retired ex-fighter in a mask for a champion all this time. Do you know how many rules and regulations that breaks? It's a mockery of the entire arena, and Kailan and his thugs are to blame. But you can stop him. I need you to see this through to the end. I need that man stopped before he destroys 1,000 years of gratification. Things are interesting right now.